Have you ever imagined starting each day with a serene mind and a strengthened heart? What if, instead of diving into the rush and worries of the morning, you connected with thoughts that awaken peace, strength, and purpose? Today, I want to make you a special invitation. Let's explore together 10 Stoic morning meditations that can profoundly transform your life. Think about it. What would be the impact of starting every day with reflections that inspire clarity, focus, and resilience? As Seneca once said, life, if well lived, is long enough. But are we truly living or merely passing through the days? I want to challenge you. Comment right now below with the phrase, "My day will be happy." Repeating it mentally every morning can become a powerful ritual. And of course, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any transformative content like this. Your like is also essential. It helps us spread this message to more people. These meditations I've prepared for you are not just to listen to, but to internalize and practice. Are you ready to allow them to guide your choices and strengthen your mind and spirit? Then come with me. Let's dive together into these pearls of Stoic philosophy. First meditation, live with purpose. Picture yourself waking up in the morning and, before anything else, connecting with your deepest purpose. Not just to complete tasks, but to live aligned with what truly matters to you. This is one of the pillars of Stoicism, knowing why we do what we do. Take a moment right now, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, what is essential to me? What do I want to build with my life? Maybe at first, the answers will be vague or even confusing. But with time and daily practice of this meditation, you will begin to notice a direction, an essence that guides your choices. Like a rudder steering a ship, purpose orients us and prevents us from being carried away by distractions or external demands. Without purpose, we easily get lost in empty activities. With purpose, every step, no matter how small, gains meaning. Think about all areas of your life, your career, your relationships, your personal development. How do you want to be remembered? What mark do you want to leave in the world? Important, purpose is not something fixed. It evolves, matures just as we do. The morning meditation about purpose is a daily invitation to revisit this alignment and make the necessary adjustments. Start each day by asking yourself, does this choice bring me closer or further away from my purpose? This simple question has the power to radically change your trajectory. For example, if your purpose is to help people develop themselves, all your actions, from supporting a colleague to investing in your learning, become filled with meaning. Purpose is also a source of motivation. On difficult days, when everything seems heavier, remembering it will be like a lighthouse illuminating your path. Make the purpose meditation a daily habit, and you will gradually notice a transformation. More clarity, more direction, and above all, more inner peace. Now we move to the second meditation, act with integrity. Reflecting every morning on how to act with integrity can be one of the most powerful practices you will adopt. In Stoicism, integrity means being consistent between what you think, feel, and do. It is living in alignment with your deepest values. Think about it. When you act in accordance with your principles, you experience a unique sense of authenticity and peace. More than that, you build solid relationships based on trust and respect. For example, if you value honesty, being truthful even when lying seems easier or more convenient is an act of integrity. And this strengthens who you are. Another example. If you value courage, acting with integrity means facing your fears, even when it would be more comfortable to avoid them. Every small gesture where you act aligned with your values strengthens your character. Even in the small things, integrity matters. Imagine seeing someone litter on the street. You can ignore it or, consistent with your value of respecting the environment, intervene or pick up the trash. These small actions shape who you are more than grand speeches. In the personal context, acting with integrity means being truthful with yourself and others. It's about saying what you think respectfully, not holding on to resentments, and keeping your promises even when it's difficult. So, upon waking, take a moment and ask yourself, how can I act with integrity today? What values do I want to live fully? This simple morning reflection prepares your heart and mind to face the day with determination and coherence. But be aware, Integrity does not mean perfection. We all fail. The important thing is to acknowledge, learn, and move forward with humility and commitment. The daily practice of this meditation will give you a clear moral compass. You will start making more conscious decisions, strengthening your reputation, and most importantly, finding a deep inner peace, knowing that you are living true to your essence. So, how about starting tomorrow? Set aside a few minutes to reflect on your values and how you can express them in every action throughout the day. This simple and powerful practice will transform your life. Now we proceed to the third meditation. Cultivate courage. Courage is an essential virtue in Stoicism, and by cultivating it daily, you prepare yourself to face any challenge with confidence and determination. Think about the challenges that may arise today. Perhaps a difficult conversation, an important decision, or an old fear that still paralyzes you. Courage does not mean the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. Start your morning by acknowledging your fears without judging them. They are natural, but by confronting them head-on, you strip them of the power they hold over you. They stop being invisible monsters and become tangible obstacles that you can overcome. Remember, your comfort zone is safe, but it's also limiting. Courage pushes you beyond that zone, creating space for personal growth and new opportunities. It could be something simple, like learning a new skill, or something bigger, like changing careers or reconciling with someone. Every small act of courage strengthens your confidence and expands your ability to face life's challenges. Seneca said, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." And he was right. Living with courage means not fleeing from difficulties but facing them with dignity and firmness. Thus, every morning, when reflecting on courage, you prepare yourself to live with a clear mind and a resilient heart. The constant practice of this meditation transforms your life. You become stronger, more confident, and more capable of overcoming adversity. Make a personal commitment. Upon waking, say to yourself, "Today, I will face my fears with courage. I will step out of my comfort zone and embrace new experiences." This daily commitment will strengthen your determination and transform the way you approach the world. Courage not only helps you overcome challenges, but also allows you to live with authenticity, being the protagonist of your own story. Now, let's move on to the fourth meditation. Seek self-knowledge. In Stoicism, self-knowledge is fundamental for achieving wisdom and inner peace. It is a continuous commitment to look within and understand your emotions, motivations, and desires. Imagine your mind as a garden. If you don't tend to it, weeds, negative thoughts, and destructive emotions will quickly take over. Self-knowledge is the practice of cultivating this garden, identifying these weeds, and transforming your inner space into one of serenity and balance. Every morning, dedicate a few minutes to reflect. Why am I acting this way? What is motivating me? What are my true desires? Often, we follow paths that don't satisfy us simply because we don't stop to ask what we really want. The practice of self-knowledge allows us to notice when we're being carried by unconscious emotions or impulses and gives us the opportunity to act with more awareness and intention. For example, upon noticing that you're anxious about a work meeting, you can ask yourself, what's behind this anxiety? Fear of failure? Concern about others' judgment? Identifying these roots is the first step in dealing with them healthily. Furthermore, self-knowledge strengthens resilience. When you understand your strengths and weaknesses, you face difficulties more effectively and with greater balance. The Stoics teach us that we do not control external events, but we do control our reactions. And this ability begins with self-knowledge. By integrating this practice into your mornings, you will notice a gradual change. A clearer mind, a more balanced life, and a greater capacity to face stress and challenges. Self-knowledge is not a destination but a continuous journey of learning and growth. Each day offers new opportunities to know yourself better. Now, we move to the fifth meditation. Find joy in the journey. Often, we think that happiness is something to be achieved in the future, when we get that promotion, buy the dream house, or accomplish a significant personal goal. But the Stoics remind us, true joy is not at the final destination, but in the journey. Life is made up of present moments, and it is in these small instances that we should find satisfaction. Having goals is important, of course. They motivate us. But if we focus only on the future, we risk ignoring the beauty and lessons that arise along the way. Think of a hike up a mountain trail. If you're obsessed only with reaching the summit, you might miss the wildflowers, the birdsong, or the refreshing breeze accompanying each step. Similarly, in your routine, every task, every interaction, every small gesture can be a source of joy if you are present and attentive. For example, when working on an important project, don't just wait for completion to feel fulfilled. Appreciate the process, the discoveries, the learning, the collaborations. Another essential element is gratitude. By cultivating gratitude for what you already have and experience in the present moment, your perspective shifts. Instead of lamenting what is lacking, you celebrate the small daily victories. This change in focus brings contentment and satisfaction. Life becomes richer, fuller. By practicing joy in the journey, you prepare yourself to face life's ups and downs with more serenity. Challenges cease to be obstacles and become opportunities for growth. And achievements become celebrations of daily effort. So, every morning, reflect, how can I find joy in my journey today? What small steps can I appreciate? What am I grateful for right now? This simple exercise can transform not just your day but your entire life, promoting a deep and lasting change. Now, we proceed to the sixth meditation. Trust your intuition. Start your day with a moment of silence. Disconnect from the noise of the world and connect with that inner voice that is often muffled by pressures and external expectations. Stoic philosophy teaches us that within us there is a silent source of wisdom, intuition. It manifests as a sensation, a hunch, a guide that connects us to our deepest essence. In a world full of noise and opinions, trusting intuition may seem difficult. But this is precisely where Stoic meditation makes all the difference. Every day, upon waking, sit in a quiet place, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, what is my intuition trying to tell me? Imagine yourself at a crossroads, where various external voices try to influence your decision. Amidst this chaos, visualize a soft and steady light, your intuition. It doesn't shout, it doesn't force, it simply guides. Allow thoughts and feelings to arise without judging them. Just observe and trust. Remember, intuition does not replace reason but complements it. It offers valuable insights that often escape logical thinking. By learning to trust this inner wisdom, you begin to make decisions more aligned with who you really are. Your choices gain authenticity and depth, leading you to a fuller and truer life. If you want to further strengthen this practice, keep an intuition journal. After your morning meditation, note any insights or sensations that arise. Over time, you will notice patterns, recognize how your intuition guides your decisions, and see how it becomes a reliable source of wisdom. Cultivate patience and trust. At first, intuition may seem subtle, difficult to distinguish among so many voices. But with continuous practice, it will become a constant and clear presence. Trust your journey. Every morning is a new opportunity to connect with this inner wisdom and let it guide your actions. When you develop this practice, you will notice significant changes. Your decisions will be more coherent, your life will gain more purpose, and your mind will find a peace you may never have experienced before. Your intuition is a silent but accurate compass. Listen to it, trust it, and allow it to light your path. Now we move on to the seventh meditation. Appreciate solitude. Imagine waking up on a calm morning, with the first rays of sunlight filtering through the curtains, while the world outside is still asleep. This is a precious moment to connect with yourself, to allow yourself to dive into your deepest thoughts. Solitude, often confused with loneliness, is actually a powerful state of inner connection. It does not mean isolating yourself from the world, but intentionally setting aside moments to be with yourself, to reflect, renew, and strengthen. By appreciating these moments of solitude, you create a sacred space where you can truly know yourself, understand your thoughts, emotions, and deepest aspirations. It is in this silent space that clarity emerges and where the most aligned decisions with your essence are made. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as waking up a little earlier, before everyone else, or setting aside a few quiet moments before going to bed for this encounter with yourself. Find a quiet corner, breathe deeply, and allow yourself to be present. Let your thoughts flow freely, without resistance or judgment. Just be. In this state, you emotionally recharge, gain mental clarity, and strengthen your ability to face the challenges of the day. By appreciating solitude daily, you also become more resilient. You learn to trust your own inner strength instead of constantly depending on others' opinions or validation. You develop emotional autonomy and a sense of personal security that will accompany you in all situations. Moreover, by allowing yourself these moments of introspection, you begin to notice the small beauties of life. The song of a bird, the aroma of fresh coffee, the comfortable silence of a quiet environment. These small blessings, often overlooked in the rush of daily life, become deep sources of gratitude and contentment. So, every morning, set aside time to be alone and appreciate solitude. Turn off your phone, close your eyes, and simply breathe. This small ritual will cultivate in you lasting inner peace and a clarity that will transform your way of living. Now, we move to the 8th meditation exercise, reason. In the midst of the emotional turbulence we face daily, reason is our compass. It guides us, helps us discern what is real from what is illusory, and steers us toward making wiser decisions. All of us, at some point, are dominated by intense emotions. Anger, fear, anxiety. And often, these emotions lead us to react impulsively, causing later regret. The practice of the meditation of reason is precisely the antidote to that. Every morning, take a moment to reflect, what is within my control today, and what is not? This simple exercise, inspired by Epictetus, is transformative. It reminds us that it is not worth wasting energy on what we cannot change, such as other people's behavior or external circumstances. By focusing on what is within your reach, your attitude, your choices, your actions, you cultivate a calmer and more centered mind. When faced with a challenging situation, ask yourself, am I seeing this as it really is, or am I being influenced by my emotions? This small question can prevent many conflicts, misunderstandings, and hasty decisions. Additionally, reason leads us to more considered and value-aligned choices. When you need to make a difficult decision, pause, breathe, and reflect. Is this choice based on reason, or is it driven by fleeting emotions? Decisions rooted in reason consider the facts, the consequences, and the principles. They are not made in the heat of the moment but with serenity and wisdom. And precisely because of that, they are the ones that bring us peace and satisfaction in the long run. This morning meditation can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths and mentally reviewing the challenges of the day, or writing in a journal about what you can and cannot control. Remember, reason is not cold or insensitive. On the contrary, it works in harmony with our emotions, helping us navigate life's ups and downs with more balance and clarity. By integrating the meditation of reason into your mornings, you prepare yourself to face the day with more serenity, focus, and wisdom. Now, the 9th meditation, be a source of light. Every morning is a unique opportunity to positively influence those around you. At home, at work, or even in brief daily encounters. Upon waking, reflect, how can I be a positive influence today? It doesn't need to be a grand gesture. Often, small actions have the greatest impact. A smile, a word of encouragement, attentive listening. Being a source of light means leading by example. It's not about power or authority, but about serving with love, integrity, and compassion. When you act with kindness and respect, you naturally inspire others to do the same. This cycle of kindness and positivity spreads and transforms environments, relationships, and, over time, the world around you. The Stoics taught that virtue is the greatest wealth. And by being a source of light, you cultivate virtues such as wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Virtues that not only improve your life but also elevate and inspire those who cross your path. Remember, every interaction is an opportunity to radiate positivity. In traffic, be patient. At work, offer help to someone in need. At home, be truly present with those you love. Also, Be mindful of the power of your words. They can build up or tear down, lift someone up or bring them down. Speak with intention, empathy, and wisdom. Finally, being a source of light also involves facing difficulties with a positive attitude. The way you deal with challenges inspires those who observe your journey. But be careful. Don't confuse being a light with neglecting your own needs. To illuminate others, you need to take care of yourself. Self-care is essential to maintain your energy and emotional and physical health. Start today. Choose a small positive action to carry out. Be the light that illuminates the path for others. Over time, you will see how this habit transforms not only your life but also the lives of those around you. Now we come to the 10th and final meditation. Practice observation. The meditation of observation is a fundamental practice for anyone who wants to live according to Stoic principles. It involves observing your thoughts, emotions, and actions without judging them. Upon waking, sit in a quiet place, breathe deeply, and just observe. Allow thoughts to arise, like clouds passing through the sky, without trying to control or suppress them. This process of neutral observation is transformative. It allows you to become aware of your mental and emotional patterns without being dominated by them. For example, upon noticing that you're constantly worried about work, simply observe that worry. Recognize it as a thought, not an absolute truth. This gives you the freedom to choose how to respond to it, rather than automatically reacting. The observation of emotions works the same way. When you feel anger, sadness, or fear, allow yourself to feel, but without judgment. Observe how these emotions manifest in your body. Perhaps a tightness in the chest, tension in the shoulders. This simple act of observing creates space between stimulus and response, allowing you to act more consciously and deliberately. The practice of observation also extends throughout the day. Whenever you notice you're being carried away by impulses or intense emotions, pause and observe. Ask yourself, where is this coming from? Is it useful to invest energy in this? Often, just this moment of pause is enough to dissipate negative emotions and avoid impulsive reactions. The observation of actions is also essential. Many times we act on autopilot without thinking about the consequences. By practicing conscious observation, you start to notice these automatisms and gain the opportunity to act more deliberately. For example, if you have the habit of responding harshly to criticism, observation can help you notice this pattern and choose to respond more calmly. Over time, the regular practice of the meditation of observation will lead to greater self-control and a life more aligned with Stoic values. Wisdom, tranquility, and self-mastery. So, tomorrow morning, try dedicating a few minutes to this practice. Just observe. With patience and consistency, this meditation will become a natural part of your routine, transforming your way of living. By integrating these 10 meditations into your mornings, you will be cultivating a resilient mindset, centered on Stoic values, and preparing yourself not only to face the day with wisdom but to transform each challenge into an opportunity for personal growth. And now, at the end of this journey through the 10 Stoic morning meditations, I want to make you a very special invitation. Transform these reflections into a daily practice. Each of these meditations is a powerful tool to cultivate mental clarity, emotional balance, and inner strength. It's not enough just to listen to them or understand them intellectually. You need to live them, integrate them into your daily life, turning them into habits that shape the way you think, feel, and act. Remember, Stoicism is a practical philosophy. It invites us to act with intention, to live aligned with our values, and to find serenity even in the face of adversity. If you start every morning with these moments of reflection, you will gradually notice a profound and lasting change in your life. Your mind will become clearer, your heart more tranquil, and you will face challenges with greater resilience and wisdom. And now I want to hear from you. Which of these 10 meditations touched your heart the most? Which one do you feel can have the most immediate and transformative impact on your life? Share it here in the comments. I read them all, and this exchange is essential for us to build together this Stoic community, which daily seeks evolution, balance, and purpose. If you've made it this far, I deeply thank you for your presence and your time. And of course, If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now and activate the bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. I always bring reflections, practices, and inspirations based on Stoic philosophy to help you live a fuller, more conscious, and meaningful life. And if this video resonated with you, leave your like. It helps a lot to spread this message and to allow more people to get to know and benefit from Stoic wisdom. Remember, every day is a new opportunity, a chance for growth, for alignment with your values, and for positive contribution to the world. May these meditations be your faithful companions on this journey. See you in the next video, always with new Stoic reflections to strengthen your mind and nourish your soul. Until then, stay firm, serene, and motivated to be, every day, the best version of yourself. See you soon.